Hey everybody, it's Carla. Today I'm going to paint some abstract flowers. I'm using acrylic paint. I've got on my palette, I've got unbleached titanium, phthalo blue, raw umber, green oxide, magenta, and yellow. I'm starting with a pretty good size synthetic angle brush. It's about a 1/2 inch. So with unbleached titanium and just a touch of blue and a touch of brown, and I'm not mixing it real well, adding some water to it, and I'm going to cover the entire canvas with just choppy brush strokes and leaving the corners a little darker. And then with a wadded up paper towel, I'm just dabbing in some texture. Alright, then you want to dry it. And I'm going to start on my can. So with a smaller angle brush, I'm mixing up some blue and brown and a little bit of unbleached titanium. And you can, in the description below, you can go to my Facebook page and get the reference photo for this. It's a printable reference photo if you don't want to draw it on there, but I'm just drawing it with my brush. So it's just a straight line, a little less than halfway across, and then a little less than halfway up. And then you just want to fill it in and dry it. So now I'm adding more unbleached titanium and a little more blue and getting a lighter blue shade. Okay, so I'm going to start on the rims for my can. Now right here at the edge, it kind of curves at the left, on the left-hand side, because it's going around the can. So make sure you don't put it just straight across. Now when I start on my second line, I'm going to leave just a little slither of dark. And I'm going to do that between each lighter line that I put in. I'm going to leave that little slither of dark. Okay, now with unbleached titanium, yellow, and just a little tiny touch of brown, I'm going to put the rim. I'm using a small angle brush, a very small angle brush, but you could use a liner brush for this too. I'm going to put the rim on my can. It's not looking like much right now. And now with the clean brush, I'm picking up some just unbleached titanium, and I'm on the top edge of those light blue lines we put in. The top half is going to have this unbleached titanium. It's going right against that dark edge that we left, but it's only covering up half of the light blue. And then you want to dry it. Okay, now I'm mixing up a really dark shade of blue and brown. And I'm going to start putting in my shadows for my can. So all the way down this side, I'm going to have these little dark lines on top of the light lines. And the same thing right here, all the way down, and right here all the way down. Okay, now once you've done that, you want kind of a light blue, a lighter blue shade than we used before. And with my filbert hog bristle brush, I'm just kind of scrubbing in a little highlight here on the top edge of the can, the top end of the can. So wherever you have the highlight down the can, you're going to put this light blue highlight on this top part. And I'm using a hog bristle brush because it allows me to kind of fuzz out the edges, and that's what I need for this. So right above those white areas on your can. Also use the edge of the brush to leave a little slither of dark at the top and the bottom of these highlight areas. Okay, so now I'm using my dark shade that I mixed up, and I'm scrubbing out those edges. So anywhere where the light meets the dark, you want to fuzz that out. And then I'm just tapping in some subtle highlights up here on my can. Okay, now I'll have to apologize. I somehow didn't film this part, but it's just, I'm just scrubbing in some green with my filbert hog bristle brush, and I'm being real loose with it. And I used green and brown and a little yellow. Just be real loose with it. You're not trying to form any leaf shapes, just kind of the indication of leaf shapes. And now with a really light yellow, I'm brightening up the rim on my can. So then you dry it, and we're going to start on the baby's breath. So with a round hog bristle brush, just a really scruffy brush, I'm just tapping in that unbleached titanium. Just very delicate. And you may want more baby's breath or less than what I'm doing, but this is how you get it. Just it's just a very kind of frayed out round hog bristle brush. Alright, now we'll put in more later, but some of them are going to go in front of my flowers, so I need to get my flowers in first. So again, I'm using my filbert hog bristle brush because I want these flowers to stay abstract. I want them to be very loose, not detailed at all. So I'm just kind of scumbling in a shape. And as you can tell, I'm not being careful at all. It's just an organic shape. And then I'm using the brush to kind of fuzz out the edges because I don't want any hard lines. And I'm picking up just magenta just to show myself where the center is going to be. I'll come back and change the color later, but I'm just putting in where I want it. And then I'm going to do the same thing up here at the top. I'm going to put another flower. Just scumble it in. The quicker the better, because you don't want to put too much thought into it. And then I'm just scumbling in some dark. Don't think about it too much. Now with brown and magenta, and there's a little bit of unbleached titanium there too. Now I'm going to make my center the color I want it. And all those little dark areas I put in. Alright, now with a clean brush, I'm going right into the unbleached titanium and just scumbling in some highlights on my petals. And again, do it quickly and don't think about it too much. It's going to be obvious that these are flowers. You don't have to make them look like flowers. And now I'm just scumbling in some of that color kind of between some of the leaves, some of the greenery. Like maybe there's flowers back there behind the greenery and some of the color is showing through here and there. Okay, now I want to focus on my leaves a little bit. And notice I'm just scumbling this. I'm not making any leaf shapes. I'm just putting some highlights on the green that I've already got there. And you want to stay very loose with this. Don't stay in one area for too long. Just kind of jump around. Just put in some highlights. Now I'm going to lighten it a little bit with some unbleached titanium and put highlights on my highlights. Not very many, just kind of scumble around and just tap in some color here and there. Okay, now I need some more baby's breath, but in order to do that, I need some greenery behind it. So where it comes out over my flowers, I want to tap in some green before I put my baby's breath in. So with a clean brush, I'm using unbleached titanium again and just tapping in this baby's breath. Again, just put however much you want in it. It's best if you don't cover up too much of your green though. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.